You know that feeling when you wake up and something inside you whispers, "This isn't who I want to be." That dull ache in your chest isn't from the outside world. It's from knowing you're not living up to your true potential. Perhaps you've carried that weight for months, even years, but here's the truth: no one is coming to lift it off your shoulders. You have to stand up. You have to decide that starting today, you're taking control of your life. You don't need a miracle or a perfect past. All you need is 30 days and a single commitment. A commitment to wake up early and build a morning routine that sets your entire life on a new path. How you start your day determines everything. If you begin in chaos, you'll likely stay there. But if you start with purpose, intention, and power, the rest of your life will begin to reflect that. Most people wait for motivation to strike them like a wave. Successful people, however, don't wait, they create. And the simplest way to build daily motivation is by mastering your mornings. Success isn't accidental, it's designed one choice at a time. And the first choice that sets the tone for everything else is what you do the moment you wake up. I know it's tempting to hit snooze, roll over, and tell yourself 5 more minutes. But you're not just buying 5 more minutes of sleep. You're selling off another piece of your future. Every morning you delay, you deny yourself momentum, and without momentum, you're stuck. Getting up early isn't just about time, it's about control. Most people live reactive lives, constantly responding to emails, problems, and stress. But when you wake up early, before the world starts pulling at you, you reclaim that time. You make the day yours. Start small, set your alarm just 30 minutes earlier tomorrow, that's it. Then get up and sit with your journal, your thoughts, your plan. Don't scroll, don't check messages, just sit with yourself and ask, what kind of life am I building today? Your mornings are your foundation. If that foundation is cracked, everything you build on it will eventually crumble. But if your morning is strong, your decisions become sharper, your energy becomes focused, your emotions become grounded, and your results begin to multiply. So, build a routine that energizes your body, feeds your mind, and resets your spirit. This could mean 10 minutes of movement, a quiet walk, deep breathing with your eyes closed, reading a few pages from an uplifting book, writing out 3 goals for the day, and one thing you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it does have to be intentional. Here's what will happen. In a week, you'll feel your self-respect rising. In 2 weeks, you'll feel more in control. In 3 weeks, others will notice something different about you. In 30 days, you'll wake up with power in your step, fire in your mind, and peace in your heart because you showed up for yourself. You'll stop negotiating with your excuses. You'll stop believing the lie that you're not a morning person. That's just an identity you picked up along the way. Now, you're rewriting the story. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. Your body will fight you, your old habits will resist. But every great change begins with discomfort. Every transformation starts by saying, "I'm tired of being tired." You might feel groggy for the first few days and the urge to quit might be strong. But remind yourself, this isn't just about mornings, this is about who you're becoming. You're not just rebuilding a routine, you're rebuilding your confidence, your strength, and your future. Here's the truth: when you wake up early and take control of your morning, you take back your life. You're no longer running from behind, you're leading from the front. The rest of your day will rise to meet the standard you set when you first opened your eyes. This is about dignity, about earning your own respect, about knowing that at the end of the day, you didn't just survive. You showed up, you led, you lived on purpose. And there's nothing more powerful than that. You don't need more hours in the day, you just need to stop giving your best hours to things that don't matter. Take that first hour of the day and invest it into yourself. Do what makes you stronger, what gets your heart right, what clears your mind. Because if you win the morning, you win the day, and here's the beautiful part: this isn't something only successful people do. This is something you can do, starting tomorrow, starting now. You don't have to wait for the new year or for life to get easier. You just have to say, I'm done living on accident, I'm done waking up tired and defeated, I'm done starting my day in a fog of distraction. Decide now. This is your turning point. From now on, your mornings belong to you, not to your boss, not to your phone, not to your fears. As you rise earlier each day with purpose and clarity, something inside you will shift. You'll start to believe again. Believe in your ability to change. Believe that your past doesn't control your future. Believe that you're not stuck. You're just starting. 30 days, that's all it takes to prove to yourself what you're truly made of. So tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off, don't just get up. Stand up for your future. Stand up for your goals. Stand up for the life you know you were meant to live. And keep standing, because the world doesn't give power to the strongest, it gives it to the most consistent. And this is your moment to become consistent. The next chapter of your life starts at sunrise. Will you be there to meet it, too? Write down clear goals for the next 30 days. You will never truly change your life until you decide what you genuinely want from it. That's the crucial step most people skip. They assume life will sort itself out, that clarity will just arrive one day neatly wrapped. But it doesn't. Clarity is earned, it's written down. Until you sit down, look yourself in the eye and define what you want clearly, precisely, and honestly, you'll always feel like something's missing. Here's the truth. If you don't know where you're going, every distraction will look like an opportunity. That's why you feel scattered, why you jump from one thing to the next, why you keep starting over and never feel like you're gaining ground. So today, take the pen back, stop wandering and start building. Writing down your goals for the next 30 days isn't just a nice little exercise, it's a radical declaration. You're saying, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, and I'm no longer willing to settle for less. No, you don't need a 5-year plan or to map out your whole life. You need one clear mission for the next 30 days. Why 30 days? Because it's long enough to create significant change and short enough to commit to with intense focus. First, find a quiet space, no noise, no phone, no interruptions, just you and a piece of paper. Now, ask yourself one question: what needs to change in the next 30 days for me to feel alive again? Don't try to sound smart or impress anyone. Just be real, be raw. You know the answer. It might be, I need to get my health under control, or I need to stop being broke. Maybe it's, I need to stop feeling empty at the end of every day. Whatever it is, write it down, own it. Then, break it down. If your goal is to lose 10 pounds, write that. If it's to build your side hustle, write that. If it's to finally fix your sleep, rebuild your focus, or save your relationship, write all of it. Not in your head, not in a note app you'll forget. On paper, in your own handwriting. Because writing makes it real. When you write it down, you're no longer just talking about it, you're committing. You're giving your subconscious a target, and the brain, when given a target, goes to work. It filters your attention. It pushes you in that direction, but only if the goal is clear, specific, and measurable. Don't write, I want to feel better. That's not a goal, that's a wish. Write, I will journal every night for 10 minutes before bed to clear my mind. That's action, that's accountability. Most people are vague because they're scared. They don't want to fail. They don't want to face the fact that they've been coasting. But the cost of staying vague is your potential. It's the life you could have lived. And if you're not willing to get clear now, when will you? Look around. People are stuck not because they lack time or talent, but because they lack clarity. They wake up each day reacting to life instead of driving it. But that ends with you, because today you choose to live on purpose. Now, here's where the psychology kicks in. You have to attach emotion to your goals. If your goal is to fix your finances, ask yourself, what pain are you tired of feeling? What future are you desperate to build? The more emotion you pour into your goal, the more fuel you give it. When your reason is strong, your resistance becomes weak. Write that goal down and stare at it every morning. Speak it out loud, visualize it as already done. Because repetition builds belief and belief builds results. Here's what happens once your goal is clear, your decisions become simple. You stop wasting time on things that don't move you forward. You say no to distractions without guilt. You start to feel something most people haven't felt in years: progress, and nothing builds confidence faster than watching yourself become who you said you would be. Don't just write one goal, write three: one for your body, one for your mind, and one for your future. They don't have to be massive, they just have to be real. Maybe it's to run every morning, maybe it's to finish one book in 30 days. Maybe it's to record your first video, make your first $100 online, or finally have that hard conversation you've been avoiding. Now, take those goals and break them into daily steps. Ask yourself, what is the one small thing I need to do today to move closer? You don't need to do it all at once, you just need to keep moving. That's how people rebuild their lives, not overnight, not through luck, but through clarity, commitment, and daily execution. Most people quit because they don't see results fast enough. But results don't come first, identity comes first. You don't write goals to check off a list. You write goals to build a new you, the person who follows through, the person who doesn't break promises to themselves. That's the victory, and when you get to day 30, you won't just feel proud of the goal you hit, you'll feel proud of the person you became in the process. Don't underestimate what can change in 30 days. You can change your habits, you can change your confidence, you can change your trajectory, but it starts when you get honest, write it down, and follow through. You're not here to coast through life, you're not here to wonder what could have been. You're here to take charge, to be bold, to take your potential seriously. So today, grab the pen, write your future, create clarity, because the most powerful life you can live is one where you decide what happens next. In 30 days from now, when you look back at this moment, you'll realize this was the day everything started to change. 3. Remove distractions and set strict digital boundaries daily. If you keep letting distractions steal your attention, you're letting them steal your future too. You might not feel it right away. You might scroll for 10 minutes, then 20, then an hour, and tell yourself it's just a break. But that's not a break, that's your focus bleeding out. That's your energy being drained one notification at a time. That's your goals being pushed back another day. You know what's worse. You start to forget what it even feels like to be fully present, to be locked in, to be alive in the moment, chasing something real. And if you forget that feeling long enough, you start to believe you've lost it forever, but you haven't. Right now, you have the power to take your attention back, to draw a hard line and say enough is enough. Not just once, not just when things are falling apart. Every day, you build a boundary, you remove the distractions. You choose yourself. Here's what most people don't realize: every time you give in to distraction, you're training your brain to be weaker. You're teaching it that comfort matters more than purpose. You're rewarding your impulse instead of your vision. And the cost of that habit, it's everything you could have built: the business you never started, the book you never finished, the relationship you never nurtured, the version of yourself you never became, all of it lost in a sea of scrolling. Let's be honest, you've got dreams, big ones, you've got ideas that could change your life, but you can't create your future while you're glued to someone else's highlight reel. You can't hear your own voice when you're drowning in noise. So here's what you do: you start by identifying your biggest distractions. Name them, be brutally honest. Is it your phone, social media, constant emails, streaming shows you binge just to escape your own thoughts? Write them down, no hiding, no justifying. Once you've got them listed, it's time to reclaim your control. That means setting daily boundaries that are strict, clear, and non-negotiable. For example, no phone for the first hour of your day. You wake up, and instead of being pulled into a vortex of content, you spend that time in silence, reflection, and clarity. That 1 hour sets the tone for everything that follows. Next, schedule focus hours. Pick 2 to 3 blocks of time in your day. Could be 9 to 11 a.m. or 2 to 4 p.m. and make those sacred. No notifications, no background noise, no multitasking. Just you and your work. Watch what happens when you give your mind uninterrupted space. Then, set screen time limits. Use apps if you have to. Not because you're weak, but because you're smart. Willpower is a muscle, and until you build it up, you protect it with structure. You don't negotiate with distractions, you design your day around what truly matters. And don't just cut out distractions, replace them. Replace endless scrolling with reading something that challenges your thinking. Replace passive entertainment with active creation. Replace gossip and mindless content with conversations that build you up. Because what you consume, you become. Here's something no one talks about enough. Distraction isn't just digital, it's emotional. It's psychological. It's the thoughts that race through your head when you try to sit still, the regrets, the comparisons, the inner critic telling you you're not enough. You need boundaries for those too. That means journaling at night to release what you've been carrying all day. It means unfollowing people who trigger self-doubt and following those who pull you forward. It means reminding yourself every single morning that your worth is not measured by likes or followers, but by what you do with your life. The people who win in this world aren't the most talented, they're the most focused. They learn how to protect their mental real estate like it's gold. Because it is. Attention is the most valuable currency you have, and if you don't spend it wisely, someone else will spend it for you. The more you say no to distraction, the more powerful your yes becomes. You say yes to growth, you say yes to peace. You say yes to goals that scare you and make you better. There's nothing wrong with entertainment, with rest, with enjoying life. But there's a line. And that line is crossed when what was meant to refresh you becomes the thing that numbs you. That line is crossed when 5 minutes turns into 2 hours and your goals go untouched again. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just overwhelmed by noise, but the beautiful thing is you can silence it. You can build a world around you where your mind is clear, your heart is steady, and your vision is strong. Imagine waking up and not reaching for your phone first. Imagine sitting down and actually finishing the task you've been avoiding. Imagine what your life would look like if you took back just 2 hours a day from distractions. That's 60 hours in a month, 720 hours in a year. You could write a book, launch a business, transform your body, heal a relationship, completely change your path. It starts with one choice, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You will slip up, you will get pulled in. But every time you catch yourself and come back, you're getting stronger, you're rewiring your habits. You're becoming the kind of person who values time, presence, and peace. That kind of person, they don't just survive life, they build it. So decide today that your attention is too valuable to be wasted, that your dreams are too important to be ignored, that your energy is too sacred to be drained by things that don't matter. Remove the noise, build the boundary, and watch your life get lighter, clearer, and more powerful than it's ever been. Because when you learn to protect your focus, you unlock your full potential. You're not just breaking bad habits, you're building a future. You're stepping into the driver's seat of your own mind, and once you do that, there's no limit to what you can create. 4. Exercise every day to rebuild physical and mental strength. There comes a moment when you look in the mirror and realize, this is not the person I was meant to be. Your body feels heavier, your energy feels lower, and deep inside, a quiet frustration builds. You know you've been letting yourself drift. You've been putting it off, you've been promising yourself, I'll get back on track. But days turned into weeks and weeks into months. And now the cost is no longer just physical, it's mental, emotional, spiritual. But the moment you decide to move your body every day, everything begins to shift. This isn't about aesthetics or chasing some perfect image, This is about strength, inner strength, the kind that doesn't just build muscles, it rebuilds you from the inside out. Because when you push your body daily, when you sweat with intention, when you finish something difficult without quitting, you reclaim something you thought was lost, self-respect. See, your body isn't just a machine, it's the vessel of your energy, your purpose, your drive. When it's neglected, it slows you down in every area of life. You feel tired for no reason, you procrastinate more, you lose patience faster, your confidence fades. Your sharpness dulls, you know something is off, but you can't always pinpoint it. That's because physical strength and mental strength are tied together. When one suffers, the other does too. The good news, you can change it, not next year, not later, now. You don't need a gym membership, you don't need perfect form, you don't need to feel like it. You just need to move every single day. Your body craves movement. It was designed to move, and when you move it with purpose, your mind begins to clear. Your mood lifts, your posture changes, you don't just feel better, you become better because you're showing yourself that no matter what happens in your day, you still showed up. And that builds something no one can hand you. Think about it. How many times have you felt stuck mentally and all it took was a 30-minute walk, a quick workout, or a deep stretch to change your entire state? That's not a coincidence, that's the power of the body-mind connection. When you commit to daily exercise, you're building more than endurance, you're building discipline. And discipline doesn't just help you exercise, it spills into everything else. You become more focused at work. You start keeping your word, you push through resistance faster, you stop breaking promises to yourself. And that's where the magic is, not in how you look, but in who you become. Maybe you've been feeling weak lately. Maybe you've been saying, I'm tired, I'm busy, I've got too much on my plate. But here's the truth, your lack of energy is not the reason you don't move, it's the result of not moving. Motion creates energy. The moment you stop moving, your mind and body go stagnant, but the opposite is also true. The moment you start, momentum takes over. You build a little fire inside of you, and with each day, that fire grows. That's why it's not about going hard one day a week. It's about showing up every day, no matter what. Even if it's just 20 minutes, even if it's a walk around the block, even if it's push-ups in your living room, what matters is the consistency. Every day that you move your body, you're casting a vote for the person you want to be. And here's something powerful, every time you finish, you feel better. Not just physically, but emotionally. You feel clearer, calmer, more in control. That's not motivation, that's biology. When you move your body, your brain releases chemicals that sharpen your thinking, lift your mood, and make you feel alive again. That's the reset your mind has been waiting for. You don't need motivation to start, you need a reason. Maybe your reason is your health, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's the version of yourself you miss. Whatever it is, hold on to it. Let that reason drive you, especially on the days you don't feel like it, because those are the days that shape you the most. And don't compare yourself to anyone else. This is your journey, this is your comeback. Start where you are. If one push-up is all you can do, do it. If one block is all you can walk, walk it, but do not stay still. Stillness turns into stagnation. Stagnation turns into self-doubt. Self-doubt turns into regret. You're not here to regret your potential, you're here to realize it. Imagine how different your life could feel 30 days from now, not after a year, not after a transformation photo. Just 30 days of consistent movement, your energy levels would spike, your sleep would improve, your mind would sharpen. Your stress would lower, your focus would lock in, you'd walk with purpose, you'd look in the mirror and recognize yourself again. But you'll never feel that change unless you earn it. And yes, it will be uncomfortable in the beginning. Your muscles will ache, your excuses will scream, but your future will start to whisper louder. It'll say, this is who I really am, this is the strength I was built for. Because every drop of sweat is a reminder you didn't quit, you didn't surrender, you didn't let life break you. You chose to rebuild. One rep at a time, one walk at a time, one breakthrough at a time. That's how you come back stronger. That's how you rebuild your confidence, not by reading about it, not by waiting for inspiration, by doing the work daily. Whether it's rain, shine, tired, busy, it doesn't matter, you show up. And if you do that, if you move your body every day for 30 days, you won't just change how you feel, you'll change how you see yourself. You'll start to carry yourself differently, think differently, act differently. That's when life starts to bend in your favor. So get up, start now. Give your body what it's been asking for, because once you build that physical strength, your mental strength follows. And when the body and mind align, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Practice daily gratitude to rewire your emotional mind. Set gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a choice that can transform the darkest moments into a new beginning. When life feels heavy, when problems pile up and overwhelm you, the mind wants to focus on what's wrong, the losses, the setbacks, the disappointments. It's easy to get stuck in that place, to spiral deeper into frustration and hopelessness. But here's the truth, every day holds something good. Every morning, before your feet even hit the floor, your brain is a blank slate. This is your chance to program it for positivity, resilience, and hope. Take a moment to think about 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as simple as a warm bed, a kind word from a stranger, or simply the breath in your lungs. No detail is too small. Writing these down matters because it transforms fleeting thoughts into solid facts. Your brain registers written words differently than passing feelings. When you journal gratitude consistently, you're telling your mind, this is important, notice this, remember this. As you make this a habit, you'll start to feel the emotional effects. Gratitude lowers stress hormones, boosts serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals of happiness, and reduces anxiety. It creates a mental environment where optimism thrives and negativity loses its grip. Think about times when you felt truly grateful. Maybe it was when a friend helped you unexpectedly, or when you achieved something you worked hard for. That feeling wasn't just about the event, it was about connection, meaning, and purpose. When you practice gratitude every day, you invite those feelings back into your life regularly. It rewires your emotional reactions. Instead of frustration when things don't go your way, you begin to notice the lessons. Instead of envy toward others, you see their journey in your own growth. Instead of feeling stuck, you feel grounded. There will be days when it feels impossible to be grateful. Life might throw curveballs that shake you to your core. That's exactly when gratitude is most needed. It's not about ignoring pain, it's about refusing to let pain have the last word. Gratitude is the weapon you use to fight despair. It doesn't erase hardship, but it balances it. It reminds you that even in difficulty, you have something valuable. That balance gives you the strength to keep moving forward. When you practice gratitude every day, it becomes a powerful anchor. No matter what storm hits, you have a place to return to. A mindset that says, I am still whole, I am still enough, I still have good in my life. This isn't magic, it's science and psychology working in your favor. Your brain is plastic, constantly changing based on what you focus on. Feed it with appreciation and it grows. Feed it with complaints and fears and it shrinks. Start with what's around you. Look at the people who support you, the opportunities you have, the simple joys you might take for granted. A sunrise, a smile, a meal. Acknowledge these with intention. As you do, your energy changes, you become more present. You sleep better. Your relationships improve because you're less reactive and more compassionate. You become a magnet for positivity because your mindset invites it. This daily habit trains your brain to prioritize hope over fear, abundance over scarcity, love over resentment. You literally change the wiring inside your head. You begin to notice details others miss. You become aware of the small gifts life offers each day. That awareness builds gratitude, which fuels motivation, which creates momentum for real change. Gratitude opens doors to joy you didn't know were there. It softens the harsh edges of life and reveals beauty in unexpected places. It helps you appreciate progress no matter how small and fuels the courage to keep going. You owe it to yourself to cultivate this mindset. You owe it to your future to build emotional resilience that no circumstance can break. Gratitude is the foundation of that resilience. When you make gratitude a daily practice, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances, but the author of your experience. So, begin today. Write down 3 things you're grateful for right now. Look for reasons to be thankful in every challenge. Celebrate small wins. Appreciate yourself for showing up even when it's hard. This is your path to emotional freedom. Your key to transforming your mindset, your way out of despair and into hope. Gratitude is the light you carry inside that no darkness can extinguish. Use it daily and watch how your life rebuilds itself around that light. This is the power you hold, the power to change your emotions, your thoughts, your world. Choose gratitude, choose transformation, choose to live with a heart wide open to all that life has to offer. And from this choice, everything else will fall. Meditate each night to reset your nervous system. There's no greater gift you can give yourself than the quiet moments before sleep that heal your body and clear your mind. Every day, the world throws challenges at you. Stress piles up, thoughts race, emotions spiral. Your nervous system, the command center of how you feel and react, becomes overwhelmed. You carry tension you didn't even know you were holding. By the time night comes, your mind refuses to rest. You toss and turn, replaying worries, doubts, and fears. Sleep feels distant and peace feels impossible. But what if the key to rebuilding your life rested in those very moments before you close your eyes? What if you could reset everything, your nerves, your thoughts, your energy, with one simple practice? Nightly meditation isn't just a relaxation tool. It's a powerful reset switch for your entire being. Imagine a reset button that clears the clutter in your mind and floods your body with calm. Meditation each night calms your nervous system, reduces the flood of stress hormones, and tells your brain it's safe to relax. This isn't some mystical fantasy. This is a proven, practical way to heal your mind and body every single day. When you meditate before sleep, you create a bridge between the chaos of your day and the peace your body desperately needs to recover. You give yourself permission to let go of worries, to release tension, and to surrender to rest. This practice rewires your brain for calm and resilience, rewiring you to handle future stress with greater ease. You don't need special skills or hours of free time. 5 to 10 minutes is enough to begin. The trick is to make it a habit. When you meditate nightly, you train your nervous system to shift gears from fight or flight to rest and repair. That shift changes everything about how you feel the next day. Your mind sharpens, your mood lifts, and your body feels energized instead of drained. Most people underestimate how much their nervous system controls their quality of life. When it's on edge, you react faster, sleep worse, and live in a constant state of alert. This wears you down mentally and physically. Meditation is your way to break that cycle. It's your way to turn off the noise and invite healing. You don't have to sit cross-legged for hours. Find a quiet place, sit or lie down comfortably, close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Focus on your breath, slow it down, feel the air moving in and out, notice the tension in your muscles and imagine it melting away. Let your mind become still. When thoughts come, don't fight them. Simply observe and gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple act of focusing your mind calms the nervous system. It lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and signals to your brain that you are safe. This practice is a nightly gift. You give yourself a chance to heal the invisible wounds of your day. You begin to wake up feeling less anxious, more rested, and more in control of your emotions. You break free from the mental chatter that keeps you trapped in worry. Nightly meditation trains you to respond differently to stress. Instead of reacting automatically, you create space. You build a pause where choice lives. This pause is where transformation happens. It's where you stop being a victim of your thoughts and start being the master of your mind. It's common to feel resistance at first. Your mind will protest. It will say, I'm too busy, or I can't stop thinking. That's normal. The first step to change is feeling uncomfortable. But each time you return to meditation, you strengthen your ability to find peace in the storm. Think about the quality of your days when your nights are filled with calm. How much more patience you'll have, how sharper your focus will become, how your relationships will improve because you're more present, how your decisions will come from clarity instead of chaos. This isn't just about sleeping better. It's about building emotional resilience, improving mental clarity, and restoring physical health. Meditation before sleep repairs your nervous system so you don't carry yesterday's stress into tomorrow's battles. Imagine closing your eyes tonight knowing you have a tool to reset everything, that no matter how hard the day was, you can find peace and healing in the quiet moments before sleep. This isn't a dream, it's a choice you make. You can start today, turn off your screens, dim the lights, sit comfortably, breathe, let go. This is your time to reset, to recharge, to rebuild. Night by night, you reclaim control of your nervous system, your emotions, and your life. When you commit to this practice, you'll notice the world feels less overwhelming. Challenges don't hit as hard. Your mind is clearer, your heart is lighter, you find yourself smiling more and stressing less. The power of nightly meditation lies in its consistency. It's the small daily acts that build a new foundation. One night of meditation won't change everything, but 30 nights in a row will change you. It rewires your brain, calms your body, and shifts your mindset. You're not powerless against stress and anxiety. You have a way to reset, to heal, to come home to yourself every night. So tonight, choose to meditate. Choose to calm your nervous system. Choose to give your body and mind the peace they deserve. Your future self will thank you. This is the moment where your transformation begins, one breath, one moment of stillness at a time. Eat clean and stay hydrated for energy. Reset your body as the engine that powers your life. And what you fuel it with every day determines how far and fast you can go. Most people underestimate the impact of what they eat. They think energy comes from caffeine, quick snacks, or willpower alone. But true energy, the kind that sustains you through challenges, sharpens your mind, and lifts your mood, comes from clean food and proper hydration. It's the foundation of rebuilding your life. When your diet is full of processed junk, sugar spikes, and empty calories, your body feels sluggish. You experience energy crashes, foggy thinking, and low motivation. That heaviness isn't just physical, it weighs down your mental clarity and emotional balance too. You feel stuck in a cycle that's hard to break. Changing what you eat isn't about restriction or deprivation. It's about giving your body what it needs to perform at its best. It's about resetting your energy so you can face each day with strength and purpose. Eating clean means choosing whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, and grains that nourish every cell in your body. These foods provide the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that repair damage, reduce inflammation, and boost your immune system. When you feed your body like this, you give yourself the tools to heal, rebuild, and grow. Hydration plays a role just as critical as food. Your brain is nearly 75% water. Every function, from memory to concentration, depends on it. Dehydration leads to fatigue, irritability, and poor focus. Yet many people drink less water than their body requires. Carry a bottle with you. Make drinking water as non-negotiable as breathing. It's that important. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start small, swap soda or sugary drinks for water. Add an extra serving of vegetables to your meals. Choose grilled or steamed foods instead of fried or processed. Each step builds momentum toward better habits. As you eat clean and hydrate, you'll notice your energy levels become steady. No more mid-afternoon crashes or jittery highs followed by exhaustion. Your mind becomes clearer and you make decisions from a place of strength instead of fatigue. This reset in your body fuels your motivation. When your body feels good, your confidence rises, you want to move more, think more, and live more fully. It's a powerful cycle. Better fuel leads to better energy, which leads to better choices. The foods you eat also impact your emotions. Sugar and processed foods cause blood sugar swings that trigger mood swings and anxiety. Clean eating stabilizes your mood and promotes emotional resilience. When your body is nourished, your mind is calm and your spirit steady. You have the power to change this today. Imagine waking up refreshed because you didn't overload your system with toxins the night before. Imagine powering through your work without that familiar slump. Imagine ending the day satisfied because you chose to care for yourself with every bite. This change isn't just physical. It's a declaration that you value yourself, that you're worthy of health, energy, and joy. When you choose clean food and hydration, you're investing in every moment ahead. Don't fall for the myth that you need quick fixes or supplements to feel energized. The real secret is simple, but it requires commitment. Commit to honoring your body with what it truly needs. Commit to rebuilding from the inside out. Your energy is your most precious resource. Protect it, nourish it. Watch how your life shifts when you fuel your body with intention. This is your reset. This is your power. Drink deeply. Eat wisely and step into the vibrant life waiting for you. Learn something new every day for mental growth. Every day you wake up is an opportunity. A chance to become smarter, stronger, and more capable than you were yesterday. If you want to rebuild your life, it starts with your mind. Growth isn't some distant goal reserved for a lucky few. It's a daily practice that anyone can adopt no matter where they're starting from. Learning something new each day rewires your brain, expands your perspective, and unlocks doors you didn't even know existed. You may feel stuck, like you're repeating the same patterns, trapped in old habits, or held back by circumstances. But the truth is, your mind is more powerful than you realize. It has the ability to change, adapt, and grow if you feed it right. And that feeding comes through curiosity and learning. The moment you decide to learn something every day, you begin to build momentum. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be reading a few pages of a book, watching a short video, listening to a podcast, or asking questions about something unfamiliar. The key is consistency. Each new piece of knowledge is a seed planted in your brain. Over time, these seeds sprout into confidence, new skills, and a clearer vision of who you want to become. Learning ignites your creativity and sharpens your problem-solving skills. A force that breaks down the walls of limitation and builds bridges to opportunity. Think about the last time you learned something that surprised you, maybe a fact, a new skill, or an idea. How did that make you feel? Empowered, curious, excited? Imagine experiencing that feeling every single day. It's addictive in the best way because it moves you forward. Mental growth is the foundation of every other change you want to make. You can't rebuild your career, your relationships, or your health without first rebuilding your mindset. Learning challenges your brain to grow new connections, making you more adaptable and resilient. In a world that moves fast, staying curious is your secret weapon. It keeps you relevant, engaged, and open to possibilities. When you stop learning, you stop growing. When you stop growing, you stop living fully. Don't let fear hold you back. You don't need to be an expert or master every topic. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Give yourself permission to be a beginner, ask questions, make mistakes, explore new ideas without judgment. Surround yourself with resources that inspire you, books, courses, conversations with people who challenge your thinking. Feed your mind with information that uplifts and empowers. Avoid content that drags you down or fills your head with negativity. As you build this habit, you'll notice your confidence grows. You'll be better equipped to handle challenges because you have more tools and knowledge at your disposal. You'll find solutions where before you saw only problems. You'll feel more in control of your future. Learning something new every day also fuels your passion. It reminds you why you want to rebuild your life in the first place. It reconnects you to your dreams and keeps the fire inside burning bright. That fire fuels your actions and attracts opportunities. Remember, growth isn't a destination, it's a journey. Some days will be easier than others. Some days you'll be motivated to learn for hours, other days just minutes. The important part is showing up consistently. That's how transformation happens. You hold the power to change your story with every new thing you learn. You're not defined by your past mistakes or limitations. You're defined by your willingness to grow and evolve. Each day is a fresh page. Fill it with knowledge and watch your life rewrite itself. Start today. Pick one thing to learn. It could be about your health, a new skill, or something that sparks your curiosity. Take notes, reflect, apply what you learn in small ways. Celebrate your progress. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. And that's exciting. It means the journey never ends. It means your potential is limitless. So embrace learning as a daily habit. Let it challenge your thoughts and expand your vision. Watch how mental growth ignites every part of your life. You are capable of more than you realize. Learning something new every day is your path to unlocking that potential. Take that step now. Your future self is waiting to thank you. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Only the people you choose to spend your time with shape your future more than any book, course, or seminar ever will. It's easy to underestimate just how much the energy and mindset of those around you impact your own. But think about it. How often do you leave a conversation feeling inspired, lifted, and motivated? And how often do you feel drained, doubted, or stuck after being around certain people? Your circle can either push you forward or hold you back, and the difference is enormous. If you want to rebuild your life, the first step isn't just about changing habits or mindset. It's about who you allow into your world. Positive, supportive people become your anchors during tough times and your cheerleaders when you're ready to grow. They challenge you to be better without tearing you down. They celebrate your wins and remind you of your worth when you forget it. On the other hand, negative influences slowly drain your energy and sabotage your progress. They plant seeds of doubt, focus on problems instead of solutions, and keep you trapped in fear or resentment. Even if you don't realize it at first, their presence chips away at your confidence and hope. It's not just about avoiding negativity. It's about actively seeking relationships that nurture your growth. Surround yourself with people who believe in you even on your worst days. People who hold you accountable but with kindness. People who inspire you to dream bigger and work harder. When you immerse yourself in a supportive environment, your mindset shifts naturally. You start seeing possibilities where before there were barriers. You catch yourself thinking, if they can do it, so can I. That sense of possibility is priceless because it breaks the chains of self-doubt. Positive relationships don't mean every conversation is easy or comfortable. Growth often requires tough love and honest feedback, but those moments come from a place of care, not criticism. Supportive people help you face your flaws and challenges with courage instead of shame. Your social environment acts like a mirror reflecting your potential. If you want to rebuild your life, you must curate the reflections you surround yourself with. Choose people who see the best in you and help bring it out. It takes courage to distance yourself from toxic relationships. You may feel guilt, fear, or loneliness at first, but remember, cutting off negativity isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. Protecting your energy means you can show up fully for yourself and those who truly matter. Seek out mentors, friends, or groups that align with your vision and values. Join communities where encouragement is the norm, not the exception. Engage in conversations that spark curiosity, hope, and action. These connections become the soil where your new life can grow strong roots. The company you keep influences your habits, language, and attitude. Positive people celebrate your progress no matter how small. They remind you why you started. They lift you up when you're tempted to quit. That kind of support is a game changer. Imagine facing your rigorous challenges, surrounded by people who believe in your ability to overcome them. Imagine the boost you get when you share your goals with others who hold you accountable with compassion. That environment breeds resilience and success. On the other hand, negative influences will try to convince you that change is impossible or unnecessary. They might say things like, "You don't need to change," or "That won't work for you." Don't listen to those voices. Your future is too important to be dictated by doubt disguised as advice. Building a positive circle also means becoming that person for others. When you support and uplift others, you strengthen your own growth. Positivity spreads like wildfire. Your energy attracts like energy. Your environment shapes your beliefs about what's possible. If your circle encourages growth, you'll believe in your power to rebuild. If your circle breeds negativity, you'll doubt yourself and stay stuck. This choice is yours every day. Who will you spend your time with? Who will you listen to? Who will you let into your inner circle? Rebuilding your life means choosing your tribe wisely. It means saying yes to people who add value and no to those who drain you. It means surrounding yourself with positivity, support, and belief. You deserve a community that pushes you to become the best version of yourself. Seek it, build it, protect it. Your future depends on it. Start now. Look at the people closest to you. Are they lifting you higher or holding you down? Decide what you need to thrive and take action. Change your circle. Change your life. You are not alone on this journey. Find your people and watch how your life transforms when you have support behind you. Choose positivity. Choose support. Choose growth. Reflect weekly and adjust your plan for progress. Progress isn't accidental. It demands reflection, honest evaluation, and the courage to adjust your course when necessary. When you set out to rebuild your life, it's tempting to charge ahead with relentless energy, hoping that sheer willpower will carry you through. But without stopping to check your progress, to ask what's working and what's not, you risk wasting time and energy chasing the wrong things. Reflection is the compass that keeps you on track. It's the moment you pause and look honestly at where you've been and where you're going. Without it, you might think you're moving forward when you're actually spinning in circles. Each week, take time to step back from the daily grind. Find a quiet space, look over what you've done, your successes, your struggles, your feelings. This isn't about judgment or criticism. It's about understanding your journey with clarity and kindness. Ask yourself questions. Did I follow my plan? What progress did I make? Where did I stumble? What lessons did I learn? How do I feel about where I am right now? These questions pull you out of autopilot and into conscious action. Reflection reveals patterns. It shows what drains your energy and what fuels your growth. It highlights habits that serve you and those that sabotage your efforts. When you see these patterns, you gain power over them. The act of reflecting creates a feedback loop. It's like tuning an instrument. You listen carefully, adjust, and play again with greater harmony. Your life is the same. Weekly reflection lets you fine-tune your actions so that each week is better than the last. Adjusting your plan based on reflection is a sign of strength, not weakness. It means you're learning and adapting instead of blindly following a path that might not fit anymore. Flexibility is essential because life is unpredictable. Obstacles will come and plans will need to shift. Some weeks you'll realize you set goals that were too ambitious. Other weeks you might discover small wins that deserve celebration. Maybe a strategy isn't producing results, or perhaps you're neglecting important areas of your life. Reflection helps you see these realities clearly. Adjustment keeps your plan relevant, it makes your goals attainable. It prevents burnout by allowing you to pace yourself according to your real needs and resources. It ensures that your effort translates into real progress. There's also an emotional benefit to reflection. When you acknowledge your progress, no matter how small, you boost your confidence and motivation. Celebrating wins is fuel for the soul, reminding you that change is happening and you are capable. At the same time, reflecting on challenges with compassion allows you to forgive yourself for setbacks and mistakes. You realize that stumbling is part of growth, not a sign of failure. This mindset shift reduces shame and keeps you moving forward. Reflection creates space for gratitude as well. When you look back over a week, you begin to see all the little moments of growth and support that might otherwise go unnoticed. Gratitude for progress, even if incomplete, builds resilience and hope. Make this weekly reflection a ritual. Choose a day and time that works for you. Write down your thoughts in a journal or speak them aloud. Make it a practice that feels like a gift to yourself, not a chore. Use your reflections to rewrite your plan. Maybe you need to slow down in some areas and speed up in others. Perhaps you need to add new goals or remove ones that no longer serve you. Be honest, flexible, and strategic. This ongoing cycle of reflection and adjustment turns a plan into a personalized journey. It transforms vague intentions into clear, actionable steps that move you closer to the life you want. Remember, rebuilding your life is not about perfection. It's about progress, growth, and learning. Weekly reflection is the tool that keeps you aligned with your purpose and empowered to keep going, even when it's hard. Without reflection, you risk repeating mistakes or losing sight of your vision. With it, you gain insight, confidence, and clarity. You create momentum that builds week by week. This simple habit has the power to change everything. It turns your plan from a wish into a reality. It helps you see that every step, no matter how small, matters.